we are going to see chapter number 11, that is emerging issue in Indian economy of standard 12 commerce subject economics. So as the chapter is said as that emerging issue in Indian economy. So here what are the issues that is emerged in Indian economy, and that is, as we can see that Indian economy after the reform of 1991. So there was a reform before 1991. There was not a liberalization. So the world were not welcome in India to commence the business. But after 1991, we can see that there is a liberalization, privatization and globalization in India, and because of that the Indian economy developed very quickly and very fastly. And because of that development in India, we can see there are the issue related to urbanization and the migration. So here in this chapter we are going to see the points like migration, urbanization and infrastructure facility in India. So let's see very first point, that is the migration. So here after reform in economic reform in India, that is 1991, many people they were starting to move from one place to other place in search of better life or in search of occupation. So that type of movement from one place to another place, that is from native place to metro city or settling out of the country, is called migration. So here after reform, very first the important thing that happened in India due to the development, that was the migration. And let's see the definition of migration. So here the definition of migration is migration refers to the movement of the person from one place to another place away from the native place. So here a person who is staying at native place can move from the native place to the other place either within or outside the country. So that movement can be within the country. So that can be from the village to city or metro city or from India to abroad. So that type of movement for which purpose? So here the purpose is to get the job, to get the occupation or business, or in search of better standard of living. So here for the better standard of living or for the occupation purpose, if the movement of the person from one place to other place on the permanent basis, that movement must be on the permanent basis. So that type of movement is called migration. So this is the definition of migration, and from the definition of migration we can come out to some point of the migration. So here on the basis of above, it can be said about the migration is that. So here we can conclude about the migration is, very first thing is, it is a long-term movement within or outside the country. So here the movement is a long-term movement. If the movement is a short-term movement, it cannot be said migration. But if it is for the long period of time, that movement is called the migration. Here it is done for job, occupation, business or betterment of living standard. So here again the purpose of the movement from the one place to another place must be for the job, occupation or business, or it can be for the betterment of the living standard of the family. So that type of movement is known as a migration. So here migration, from the definition even we can see there are the mainly two types of migration. So here let's see the types of migration. So very first is a place-based classification and second one is a region-based classification. So here from the definition only we can see that the within or outside the country. So when there is a movement from one place to other place and it is within the boundary of the country, so that type of movement is known as internal migration. And if the movement of the person is from outside the country, that type of migration is known as international migration. So place-based migration can be again divided into two categories, that is internal migration as well as international migration. So that is, and another types of migration is a region-based classification of migration. In that we can see that the pull factor as well as push factor. So here as we know that because of the development we can see that there is a attraction towards the metro atrocity or attraction towards the other countries. So if we can see that the standard of living is higher in the other country, and because of that attraction of that place, or we can see that the basic facility are available more in the cities. So if because of that attraction the migration has been done, so that type of migration is called the pull factor, or migration due to the attraction towards the city. So that is the very first. The second one is given here is a push factor. Push factor means it is the compulsion. Compulsion means if we can see that there is in a rural or backward area, if the facility are not available or there are the other reason that is forcing to move from that place. If the basic facility like education, health are not available in that area and that is forcing to move from that place to other place, that is called push factor, and that is compulsion migration. So these are the types of migration. Let's see deeply next. You may note down this, then we will see the types of migration in detail. So here, let's start types of migration. In that, very first is a place-based classification. Any migration which is based on geographical boundary of a country is divided into two categories. So if there is a place-based migration, that is again divided into two categories. Very first is an internal migration. So the movement of the person from one place to another place within the geographical boundary of a country is known as internal migration. So if a person is moving from the Gujarat to Maharashtra, it will be known as internal migration, as the person is moving within the geographical of the country. So this type of migration is known as internal migration. The next one is the second one, that is international migration. So here the movement of the person from one country to another country is known as international migration. So here the person is moving from the country to other country. So if a person is basically from the India and is moving to the Canada or Australia for the better life or for the occupation or for other good reason, this type of long-term movement is known as international movement, and this movement is place-based movement. So this is the international movement. The other type of classification of migration is reason-based classification. So here reason-based classification are also divided into two parts. In that very first part is migration due to pull factor. So here pull factor means the attraction towards that area, or maybe in that area where the person wants to move that side, the more earning is there or better lifestyle is there, and because of that the person is moving from one place to another place. That type of movement is known as the pull factor. So here from the name itself we can come to know that the factor of the movement side, the other side, is attracting the person to move there. So here when a person gets attracted to the lifestyle and modern infrastructure facility of urban areas and migrate there, it is known as migration due to the pull factor. Here again we can see that pull factor is again two types. That means the person who is moving, that person can move from the within the geographical boundary. Let's say from the village of the Gujarat state, the person can move to the city of the Gujarat place only. So that type of movement is known as again pull factor within the geographical boundary. But the person from Gujarat can move to the Australia, that is due to the lifestyle of Australia. So that type of movement is also pull factor, but again here the outside the geographical boundary. So here again pull factor can be of two types, within the boundary and outside the boundary. The next is migration due to the push factor. So here the circumstances which are there, the person is living is not enough to survive in that area, and because of that the person can move from that area to other area. Let's say if the water facility is not there in the village, or health related service or education facility is not available in the village, the person can move from there to other area. Again we can see that in some area where there is a mines, so that mines, if the mines is get over, so in that area there is no other occupation or business, so that the survival of the person is not able to complete there. So if the business is gets over there in that place, the person can move from that to other place. So that is the forceful migration, that is also known as push factor migration. So here, when people living in village are forced to leave their village due to lack of business. So here, lack of the business, again occupational opportunity, or when there are limited educational facility. So educational facility is very limited in that area, and they are forcibly. So here force is there to move from that area and push to the city is known as forcible migration. So here this is the push factor which is forcing the person to move from that area to other area. So students, these are the types of migration. You may note down this in your notebook. Thank you for watching this video.